Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Go ahead, Guzzler.
Skip Bayless. LeBron James is the GOAT. Do you understand that? Big G, big O, big A, big T. G period, O period, A period, T. That's what LeBron is. Big GOAT. There ain't nobody in front of him. Now stop asking me that. I be at my... Somebody broke in the house. Skip, I ain't gonna tell you the true story. Somebody broke in the house, put a gun in my hand and said, tell me, who the GOAT? LeBron James said, if you say LeBron James one more time, I'm gonna pull this trigger. It's GOAT James. I ain't afraid to die. I'm gonna tell the truth. Cause a man know I'm telling the truth. I go meet my maker, but I'm gonna tell the truth.
Oh my goodness, man. Listen. For the last time, I'm going to continue to say this. I'm going to continue to preach this. There is no such thing as a greatest player of all time in a team sport. Okay? And if we were talking about one of the greatest players, I've already proven to you LeBron isn't even in the top 100. Might not be in the 113. Everybody has their opinions. Everybody loves what they love. But this is the buffoonery that is every day on Undisputed and other media outlets. It's not just Shannon. You got Stephen Coon Smith. You got all these YouTubers out here who promote this stuff. And it's like, how many times do we have to hear this? You see, when I grew up, journalism was about unbiased. It was about being unbiased. It was about reporting what was happening, in the game or what happened the night before. It would tell you about the players. It would tell you about who was great, who wasn't. It would tell you about the solid role players. It would tell you about a lot. Journalism was at its highest. Like they controlled everything. But this here just continues to show you that the mockery that they continue to make of sports in general. Basketball has been dead, and I've made a video about this. Superstars aren't getting their just due, including Giannis. Kevin Durant has been torn down to like nothing. Kyrie Irving gets disrespected after he brought home a championship to Cleveland. I mean, you may not like him, but he hit the shot to put you guys up to win the game and the series. But yet he doesn't get any credit. It's the same thing when Kobe played with LA. Shaq got all the credit. Kobe was just there for a ride. He wasn't the second best, if not best player on the team at the time. But this is the narrative. Oh, sorry about that. Tired. This is the narrative. The narrative is to continuously disrespect players that you don't like to big up the players that you do like. And I played that clip because it just shows you the buffoonery and the coonery that is going on with Shannon Guzzler, not so sharp. And he sees my videos. He not only mine, he sees other people's videos, and he basically doesn't like it. But it's the truth. You a coon, bro. If you, to me, it's like this. If you feel LeBron is better, why can't you just talk about how LeBron's better? Why does it always have to be somebody else? Like when Kevin Durant says something about Skip Bayless saying, I really don't like you, it's because Kevin Durant is tired of people having to give him respect, but they're really just giving him and showing him love because they're trying to really send a shot, a backhand compliment to LeBron James. People don't understand. Kevin Durant doesn't like that. Kevin Durant loves his praise. He loves his flowers. He doesn't want flowers from somebody who's using that to backslap this athlete over there to try to prove a case. That's why Kevin Durant said, I don't like you. Journalism is, to me, what I want to bring back. I want to bring unbiasedness. I want to bring things back. Now, the Dak Prescott incident, let's see. Excuse me. Let's see something.
Made the call knowing that we're in a get some yards and get down and we've got to clock it. Knowing that situation, something we've practiced over and over again. Ran, went, got some yards, went down. As I was getting behind Tyler, saw 4 seconds left. Thought it was time, obviously, to make sure everybody was set, and then honestly just got hit from behind. And still there, when I gathered myself, saw 2 seconds and thought I could get the snap and get it down before time expired. And unsure exactly what happened other than that.
What's going through your mind when you're getting the ball back? You got a few minutes on the clock. You got 3 timeouts. Just what are you thinking at that point?
Yeah, I mean, we got a chance. That's all I can ask for. Is to have the ball be down by 6, have a chance to go win the game, and defense did a great job of giving us that opportunity. But just not being able to capitalize. Thought the last 4th down there close, almost a big play, but didn't go in our way.
Those situations are always chaotic at the end. But did you feel you guys did everything you could do as a unit to give yourself that one last shot to go into the end zone?
Yeah, I did. I mean, as I said, it's something that we've practiced over and over again. Obviously, as I ran, went down, I think their guy actually did a great job of jumping on me. Kind of late, I guess you could say there, but that's what they're taught, right? Laying on me. I think that may have cost us extra 2 seconds or so, but once I got up, as I said, as I'm getting behind Tyler to clock the ball, I saw 4 seconds, and then as I got hit, as I said, I tried to gather myself back and still thought I had time to get it down, and didn't go that way.
For a certain yard marker that you rush for too many yards, that you stop sooner, or do you even think about that?
I mean, in hindsight, yeah, I can say I could have went down sooner if I'd have known all of that was going to play out that way, but I also think if I don't get hit from behind, it's a clean, and we're clocking the ball with at minimum a second, if not more, if not 2 or 3 on the clock. And as I said, their guy did a good job too of diving on me right there at the end, of giving them an extra 2 seconds, I guess, to run off. But yeah, I mean, if we're looking at it now, I could say, yeah, I could have went down 5 yards earlier, but thought I'd got us in position and thought I had time left to clock the ball, as I said, and something that we've practiced over and over, and was going to be able to get into a last play scenario.
Did you hand the ball to the umpire, or did
that Tyler shot? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, no, we've practiced it. You hand it to the center. The umpire, all he has to do is usually come in and tap the ball. Yeah, I mean, don't necessarily know exactly why the hit happened, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I know he's going to come in and touch the ball. We can say, yeah, he needs to be closer to the ball or whatever, but in hindsight, I mean, it's just tough. Tough to accept.
What is that play considering so much has to go right in order for you to get one last shot?
I mean, it's risky, but when you've practiced it, as I said, as we've done over and over again, you're not necessarily worried about it. You're trusting your training and everything that you put into it. As I said, I went and ran, got down. As I looked up and was getting behind Tyler, once again, saw the 4 seconds, thought it was time. And, yeah, I mean, the rest, you don't prepare for things like that. But, I mean, I guess we'll start having to, knowing the way this just played out.
It came down to that, but the first 3 quarters, why the slow start? I mean, you guys have been scoring a lot of points all season, and the offense couldn't really get in a rhythm. Yeah,
I mean, we're just self-inflicting errors. I mean, we're obviously some of the penalties, pre-snap penalties, things we stopped ourselves. We're getting behind the chains and making it tough. This is playoff football, and when you're hurting yourself and getting behind the chains, it's tough. We've got to be better. I've got to be better. And starting the game, obviously knowing coming out playing a team like this, knowing they're going to try to limit our possessions with their run game on offense. Yeah, it's tough to start the way we did and then come back and win a game, but we still had a chance right there at the end in 2 drives, and credit to our defense.
The umpire who worked today's game was the same umpire you guys had in the Cardinals game when you guys weren't very pleased with the way that whole game was officiated. You had much of an opportunity to talk to an umpire in between games, or surprised to see that assignment?
No, I mean, that's the NFL job and the way that they set up these super crews or whatever, these NFL playoff crews. And yeah, I'm not hanging on to something in the past, the Cardinals game and the way that was called, and trying to butter up the official or something, or try to get him working our way. I mean, these guys have a job and they've got a responsibility and obligation just as we do to do their job to the best that they can. And yeah, I don't know. It's obviously tough. Those 2 games, and just as I said before, though, we can do a better job of just keeping those guys out of it, being more disciplined, more sound, and that's the way that I look at it.
When you say you hit from behind on that last play, are you talking about a tackler or the collision that you had with the official?
Obviously, the collision with the official. As I said, I credit their guy for jumping on me like that as I was going down. Yeah, I mean, just that was smart by him. Their guy in a sense, and he wasted maybe 2 seconds or so. But once I got up, as I said, I saw 4 seconds as I'm getting behind Tyler to clock the ball, and then the collision from the referee happened. And yeah, I mean.
Did you have a chance to talk to the referee after the collision?
No, I mean, I thought honestly, I thought they were going to do something, and a second or something was going to get put up there, and I didn't even hear what was said. I heard a cheer from the crowd, and then the refs took off and got out of there. So. No, didn't get an explanation, didn't understand what happened there.
Why do you think that's a better play than throwing the Hail Mary from the 50 and getting 2 shots at that?
Because, I mean, we're going to get a little bit closer and obviously have a chance to maybe dial up, not necessarily a Hail Mary, but a play that we've got schemed, another play that we've repped and practiced time and time again. And we had one getting ready in that situation. So, yeah, I mean, that's something that we've practiced. And as I said, felt like we were pretty much executed the way we needed to, other than stuff we can't control.
How shocked are you that the season's over?
Yeah, tough to accept. Definitely tough to accept. Just knowing, as I said last week, I mean, just the men in that locker room, what we've created, the brotherhood that we have, everything that we've worked for, knowing that we had a chance. And in all my years, I don't know if I've had a better chance or a better full team than this. Yeah, it's hard to accept. I mean, knowing every year that a team's not going to be the same, some of those guys won't be back, and it's just hard for me to accept right now.
You mentioned Mike McCarthy also mentioned that despite all the things that went wrong on that final play, you may still have gotten the ball spiked at times. Have you had a chance to look back at it and see whether you did?
Whether I what?
Whether you got the ball spiked with a second left or not?
No, I mean, I haven't necessarily looked at that. As I said, I thought I did, but Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as I said, I didn't hear what the ref said, what their announcement was. I just saw them running off the field and the Niners running on the field celebrating. So understood what just had happened.
The ref sort of got to the ball late at the end. Do you think you should have tried to look for him first, if possible?
No, I mean, as I said, that's something we've practiced over and over. You can watch around the league. You get it to the center spots the ball. The ref just comes in and touches it, and that's the process of operation, not only for us, but for any team in that situation, and that happens week in and week out.
Yeah, you know the standard for quarterbacks around here. What's the fair way to judge your performance today and not being able to get a playoff win?
Yeah, not good enough. Simple as that. I mean, I take a lot of pride in my job and take accountability in this loss. I mean, I've got to be better well before that last play, but in just certain situations in the game, certain plays in the game, I've got to be better to help this team win and overcome some of the things that we put ourselves into.
Dak, do you feel the team underachieved?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, when you play for the Dallas Cowboys, you play here, you understand it's Super Bowl or nothing. And as I said, having the team that we had, having the brotherhood, the camaraderie, the full team, talent, great unit of great coaches, we definitely underachieved. And it sucks, point blank.
Dak, what do you think about the fans throwing beer bombs?
Now's the perfect time to refresh and renew for 2022 at Office Depot Office Max. Stop.
See that? I think one of them is Hank Lawrence.
No, I didn't see that. That's sad. I mean, you're talking about a team, you're talking about men that come out each and every day of their lives and give everything to the sport, give everything to this game of football. Nobody wants to succeed more than we want to succeed. I understand fans and the word fan for fanatic. I get that. But to know everything that we put into this day in and day out, try our hardest. Nobody comes in the game wanting or expecting to lose. And for people to react that way when you're supposed to be a supporter and be with us through thick and thin, that's tough.
I think they were aiming at the referees.
Yeah, they were at the
Well,
referee.
shit, credit to them then.
That's what they weren't doing it.
Oh, credit to them.
Dak, what did Mike McCarthy say in the locker room after the game, and how would you describe the emotions in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, just tough. I mean, obviously, as he said, similar to what I said, hard to accept. He said he wished he had more words for us to, yeah, I mean, he says he wished he could have done more, as all of us do. And the emotions were down, obviously, as you expect. I mean, guys were hurt. As I said, this was a very, very close team. Not only were we talented, had great coaches, but we're very close in just our brotherhood and everything that we believed in, being there for one another. And to come up short, I'm sure everybody feels the same way that I do. I mean, you feel like you let your teammates down, and it's a terrible feeling.
Dak, Kellen sent him the call, right?
Say again?
Kellen sent him the call, right?
On that last, yeah, I mean we've got one play that can get to that. So I mean, as I said, it's a scenario that we've repped and practiced. I mean, pretty much every Saturday, and they gave us the look for me to go run and get down and get some yards, and yeah, I made the call to get to that. And as I said, I thought everything was executed well until it wasn't.
How were the Cowboys able to turn the game around after it looked like you had no answers for the 49ers?
One more time.
How were the Cowboys able to turn the game around after it looked like there were no answers?
Yeah, I mean, credit to the defense. Defense obviously got a turnover there. They made some plays. They gave us some opportunities there in the second half to take the lead, and that's all you can ask for. I mean, as I said, that's playing complementary football. Offense wasn't doing well, wasn't doing enough, and the defense stepped up, made a play, got some momentum going. And once that happened, we were able to get a score, get within 6, and just weren't able to capitalize when we needed to.
On that last play, would you like to see New York help the officials spot the
I mean,
turn everything?
yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd like to get a playoff, knowing everything that just happened, and as I said, thinking that I spiked the ball in time, and that or not, I mean, yeah, I mean, with the official getting in the way of the play as well, yeah, I mean, I would think that's what they're there for. So tough, yeah, just tough.
Did you know what the next play was going to be already?
Yeah, I mean, I know it was 1 or 2 plays. Just being in that situation over and over again, knowing as many times as I said, we've practiced that pretty much every Saturday. Now I know after talking to the coaches what it was going to be, but it was going to be 1 or 2 plays, and those are both are plays that we've repped, and both are plays that we've that we're comfortable running in those situations.
Tell us what those plays are.
yeah, I mean, one's a design route to get to the end zone, and then the other's just a jump ball. So it just depended on the field. But I mean, either way, yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity for me to use the cadence, maybe get a free play, maybe extend a play, and then from there, take the best shot in the end zone with the best matchup.
He's interviewing with some teams here. Do you wonder if he'll be back again next year?
Yeah, I mean, Kellen's getting everything that he deserves. All those interviews, he deserves them. He's a hell of a coach. Puts us in great position and gives us a chance week in and week out to be very successful. We set a goal. To be honestly the top of the best offense in yards and points, and we're able to do that. But to come up short in the playoffs sucks. But I mean, you got to give credit to that guy and everything that he's done. And yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily want to think about him leaving or what the future may hold. But I'm proud of him, happy for him, and if that's the case, I'll support him whatever he decides.
You talk about needing to be better individually. What
Yep.
do you think that process will entail this offseason moving forward, trying to find ways to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a worker. That's all I know. I'll take maybe a week or so to get away, I guess you can say, clear the mind. But that's kind of hard for me as especially after a season like this, having the people that we have. I think this is a season that'll probably stick with me and motivate me throughout the rest of my career, not just this offseason. So I'll be back at it pretty quick, knowing what last offseason entailed, just trying to get healthy on the leg and being healthy now, being able to go through the offseason the way I want to with the different trainers, with all the different modalities and things that I've got available. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting better, becoming a better player, and doing whatever I can to help this team to get back to this position, but more importantly, win.
Just to clarify one thing, when you were told that the fans were throwing the stuff at the officials, you said good for them.
Yeah.
That just tells you your feeling about how they officiated the game?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if they weren't at us and the fans felt the same way as us and that's what they were doing it for, then yeah, I guess that's why I guess that's why the refs took off and got out of there so fast. So, I mean, yeah, I think everybody's upset with the way that this thing played out. And as I said, as I'm sure a fan would be the same and feels the same way that we do.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And that was the interview of what Dak did, and I'm very disappointed in what Dak said. I wanted to play the full interview because other people may not have heard it, but Dak is not a leader. He's not a leader, and to me, the Cowboys should have never gave him that contract. You see, it's a privilege that you got that contract. You earned it. But if you're going to act this way after you get the money and you underperformed, the referees did not deserve to get anything thrown at them. What y'all bum-ass fans should have done was throw everything at Jerry Jones and throw everything at you. You made some of the worst throws. You made some of the baddest decisions I've seen. And you know what this reminded me of? This reminded me of Aaron Rodgers. This reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. This is something Aaron Rodgers would have stooped low to do. To deflect. What you should have done was say, you know what? I messed up. It's my fault. I should have played better. If I'm a head coach or a person in that locker room, I don't respect you and I don't look up to you. I look down at you. I know you're upset, but if you want to be honest, the 14 penalties and the flags that they threw was because of you, Dak Prescott, You're the one who is the commander of the offense. If your guys aren't doing their job, you need to put a foot in their ass and make them do their job. That's the point. This is why nobody considers you a top 5. Hell, you're not even a top 10 quarterback after what you did on that podium. You're like number 15 or 16. How dare you say that the fans should have threw something at the refs? Your bum ass fans should have threw something at you guys and threw something at Jerry Jones for wasting another season. Wasting another season. Seriously. You wasted the fans' time. You wasted everybody's time. And for you to get upset, and that's why I told y'all, Dak Prescott is Derek Carr. When Derek Carr hurt his leg, he started playing timid, afraid, scared to take chances. Dak Prescott hurt his calf earlier this year or hurt something, and the games he missed, he came back playing timid and afraid. My thing is this, and I'm gonna say this because I don't want to hold it much longer. Dak, that was disappointing. You're a leader. You're not supposed to talk about. That's why the guy asked you the question again, saying, did you like mean what you said? Because the guy's looking at you like, why would you even say that? Now, Kellen Moore is at fault as well. I've been on Kellen Moore even when the Cowboys are winning. I don't care if you're winning or losing. If something isn't right, it isn't right. The play calling has been horrible. They do not feature the running game enough. When Dak Prescott has a running game that goes over 100 yards, he is undefeated. It's the same with Derek Carr. Derek Carr has a higher winning percentage when the run game is over 100. Same quarterback. But this is Jerry Jones. Those guys were out there committing penalties after penalties. No discipline. None. Where's the discipline? Where's the toughness? Now everybody wants to come down on Dak saying, well, I'm disappointed in everything. Stop it. Shannon Sharp, stop it. LeBron James has done worse than this, than what Dak has done. And what did you do? You gave him a pass. Aaron Rodgers has done the same thing. You've given him a pass. Why you don't keep that same energy for your favorite players? You don't. Now, I'm not condoning what Dak did because I agree with you on this one, Shannon. No, I don't. That's disrespectful. That was terrible. That was very rude what he said. And that was just beyond disrespectful. And Dak Prescott credit the fans. No, the fans should have threw that trash at your ass and Jerry Jones. I can't believe you said that. That's not a leader. That's not the guy who's the face. Tom Brady has lost plenty of games. Well, one more than he's lost, but the games he lost, Tom Brady wasn't out there talking about, oh well, the fans. If the fans would have threw something at the refs, Tom Brady would have disrespected those fans and said, we don't do that. And that's the truth. That is disrespectful. That is cowardly. And that's cowardness in your heart for even accepting that. The problem with the Cowboys is Jerry Jones is too hands-on. Jerry Jones has been doing this, being hands-on like this, because he wants to prove that Jimmy Johnson doesn't exist. Like, he wants to make it seem like he could do it without Jimmy Johnson. Well, the word is, Jerry, you don't know football. Give up your control. Bring in a guy who knows football. Bring in a real coach, not a puppet, and win. And Dak, you're not winning a Super Bowl. Because if you're acting like this in a loss, what's going to happen next year? The NFC East, the Eagles are coming. The Eagles are hungry. Jalen Hurts ain't over there complaining, talking like what you're talking. Jalen Hurts wants to win. Those Eagles over there are hungry. And they coming for y'all asses next year. I guarantee you guys aren't going to make the playoffs next year. Y'all not. Your mindset is flawed. You think things are supposed to be given to you. You looked at like a spoiled brat up there who didn't get his way, and you acted like a little child. But Shannon Guzzler, not so sharp, don't you even say shit. Because you give Aaron Rodgers and LeBron James a pass when they've done worse. LeBron James has got up, disrespected reporters, and walked out on them. He's disrespected analysts for giving a great analysis on his faults. Aaron Rodgers has been nothing but a damn buffoon. He's been a buffoon. Walking around here arrogant, treating people like crap, talking down to people like they're beneath him. Look here, Mr. Sharp. Keep that same energy. Because I don't want to hear no excuses when your two bums don't win at all. And Dak Prescott, I am disappointed in what the hell you said. I can't believe you said that. Tony Romo, as much as he's lost a lot. Tony Romo wasn't a leader. But you know what? He looks like he was a better leader than you. Because Tony Romo never said anything like that. And he would never say anything like that. You credit the fans. No. You should have been blaming your bum ass for how you played in the first half. You played so terrible in the first half. You and Kyler Murray, I don't know which one of y'all played worse. Y'all both played like deer with headlights. Playoff football is different from regular season football. Regular season football, you could get away with a loss to the Broncos or a loss here and there. No, in the playoffs, it's one or done. So you have to come into the game and you have to play up to par. You have to play your game. You have to make sure everybody's hitting on all cylinders. You got to make sure your blockers are blocking. You got to make sure guys know the play call. You got to make sure your receivers are in position to make the plays. You have to make sure your running backs are getting the ball in the right spot so they can hold on to the ball, get through the line. You did nothing of that. How about you hold your guys accountable? How about you hold yourself accountable first and you hold that fat slob nose ring having bastard Ezekiel Elliott responsible? Ezekiel Elliott has had the worst career since he got his contract. They should have never paid you or him that money. They should have let him walk, and I regret even defending you. because this was disrespectful. I don't defend losing mentality. I don't defend cowardness. I don't defend crybabiness. You were being a crybaby. This is what pisses me off. They already don't like black quarterbacks, Dak. Even though you're a mulatto, you're mixed, but they still consider you black. You're more blacker than Patrick Mahomes. They already look at us bad, Dak. And for you to say that, you got everybody like, see, when we give them some power, look what happens. That play at the end did not define the whole game. What defined the whole game was you guys played lethargic. You guys played like y'all had no urgency. You guys played like y'all had tomorrow to play again. I don't understand that. Playoff means one and done. It's crazy. This was terrible. I hope you're fined for saying things like that about the referees. But knowing Jerry, he's probably going to pay it for you under the table and say, don't worry about that. But to me, that was Aaron Rodgers on that podium. LeBron James, Aaron Rodgers, any player who deflects. This is on you, Dak. You got the contract. I told you, once you get your contract, you need to put up or shut up. You ain't put up, so it's time for you to shut the hell up. And you got a lot of work to do to gain my confidence back in you because I'm done with you. I'm done with you. After you said that BS out your mouth that you credit the fans, who the hell you think you are saying that? They should have threw that trash at you and Jerry's sorry ass. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me. Hitting that link in the description box. It'll take you to my Cash App where you're able to donate $1. You could donate $1 million. Whatever you're willing to give, we will accept. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy.